Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're gonna make a Samoa cookie cake. And this is a very simple recipe to do since it was Brittany's first time making the cake. Yay! Brittany was the one that helped me make this cake and Brian was helping me record. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and start making this recipe. So before we make this batter, we're gonna go ahead and preheat the oven to 350 degrees. So after this, we're gonna go ahead and combine all our dry ingredients. All the recipes is gonna be in the description down below. After that, we're gonna go to our mixer and we're gonna mix our sugar and butter. And then once it starts coming together, we're gonna add the vanilla extract on medium speed until light and fluffy. After that, we're gonna add the eggs slowly, one by one, making sure each egg is incorporated completely. While you are mixing, if you need to go around the bowl with your spatula just to get all the mixture in, just do that as many times as you can. Do not over mix. The next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add the flour in 4 different parts, taking turns with the milk. The reason we do this in different parts is because it's really hard for the milk to combine with our egg and butter mixture since there's a lot of fat. So that way the flour is gonna help it combine better. So that's why we put flour and then milk, flour, milk, and so on. So once the batter is done, we're gonna go ahead and put it in a bundt pan. This is kind of to make it easier for us to shape our cookie. After you're done, you can go ahead and put it in the oven for around 40 minutes. This cake is gonna cook pretty fast because it doesn't have a center, so it makes it cook really fast. So you can go ahead and put a toothpick in once 40 minutes hit and make sure it comes out clean. And then once it does that, you're ready to go. Now, something happened once we took the cake out of the oven and we flipped it. It kind of broke in the top, and that was kind of our fault because we didn't put a lot of like butter and flour in the pan just to make it not stick to it. But it's okay, it was Brittany's first time doing the cake as well, so it's a work in progress and she did a great job for her first time. And also, it was okay if the cake broke a little bit in the top. We're going to trim it a little bit on the top just to make it more like a cookie shape instead of like a big bundt cake. Once we cut the top, we're going to cut it in half so we can fill it with our simple buttercream. But before we make the buttercream, I asked Brittany and my niece to try a Samoa cookie. I'm new to all of this Girl Scout cookie things. I was actually able to try one thanks to Brian. He was the one that gave me one and it was amazing. I was shook how good they were. So I made Brittany and my niece try one and this is their reaction. Alright, so we got Brian here, we got Brittany here. She's gonna be assisting me today. So the first thing I'm gonna have Brittany do is try one of the Samoa's cookie because she's never... Come here, Grace. Okay, so we also have Grace with us. And I'm gonna have them try Samoa cookies for the first time. They haven't tried it before. And the very first time I tried Samoa cookies was thanks to Brian. I wanna see your reactions if you like the cookie or not.
Oh, it's so good.
What about you, Grace?
Good.
It's good?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you taste in it?
Like chocolate.
Chocolate?
Nuts.
Nuts? Coconuts? Yes, type of nuts. I guess. Is it a nut?
I don't know what's that.
It's not? Well, why is it coconut?
Is it? I don't think so.
It's a coconut. We're gonna have Brian search it.
It tastes
I also had Brian join in and eat a cookie. Although he was the one that got me into Samoa Cookies, I wanted to give him the chance to eat some.
Oh no.
Oh my god. It slowly adds crunch to the YouTube video.
The decadence of the chocolate
The decadence.
with the crumble of the coconut on top. Chocolate drizzle matched paired beautifully with the caramel drizzle.
Look at their dog.
It's not legal.
Oh my god.
It's not legal.
Now to make our really simple buttercream, we're gonna need 4 sticks of butter or 2 cups. And we also gonna need 1 cup of powdered sugar and vanilla extract. We're gonna blend everything completely until it becomes nice and fluffy. Make sure the butter is in room temperature just to make it really easier for it to become fluffy and mix together. Now, Samoa Cookies have chocolate in the bottom, so it's only right that we cover the bottom of this cake with chocolate. Okay, so what we were gonna do next was really scary to do because it was an experiment for us and we weren't sure if it was gonna work out or if the chocolate was gonna get stuck to the aluminum foil and just completely destroy the cake when we took it out. But gladly, it worked out for us. So what we did, we melted some chocolate and poured it out on a tray. The chocolate layer was thick enough to create a strong base in our cookie cake. Once I put the cake on top of the chocolate, we kind of pulled the chocolate to the sides a little bit just to be able to see the chocolate when we cover our cake. Now the next thing our Samoa cookies have is a delicious caramel coconut on the top. For me, that's the best part of the cookie. So in order to do this, we're gonna go ahead and put a shredded coconut in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. And then we're gonna set it on broil for 3 minutes. And that was enough to get my coconut nice and toasted. Now for the caramel, it was really easy. We just melted some caramel pieces, a little balls, on a boiling pot of water to avoid burning it. Once the caramel started melting, I started to stir to stop the caramel from sticking to the bottom of the bowl. Now here's another tip for you. If your caramel is too thick, just add a little bit of milk and stir it until it all combines and becomes softer again. Now we don't want just plain old vanilla buttercream for this cake. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of our caramel into our vanilla buttercream and combine it to give it more rich taste. Make sure your caramel is not hot so you don't melt your buttercream as you stir. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna mix our coconut with our caramel. As you're mixing, if the caramel hardens too quickly, just take it back to the boiling water in the bowl to make it soft again. Now it's time to assemble this cake. And for this, I allow Brittany to take over. We'll fill our cake with our caramel buttercream, and after that we put some Samoa cookies just to give it a crunch. Once that's done, we cover the cake with our caramel coconut mixture. Do this very patiently and slowly. It was driving me crazy at times when the caramel wouldn't stay on the cake, but once you start assembling it, it will be easier, trust me. And for the last touch, we're gonna add a chocolate drizzle that all Samoa cookies have. So for this, I simply used melted chocolate in a piping bag and went in a zigzag pattern across the cake. And we are finally done with our Samoa cookie cake. A big thank you to my sister Brittany for helping me out and being in this video. Thank you, Brian, for recording it. And a big thank you to all of you for subscribing and following our page. Thank you for watching our videos. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you share it, and leave any comments if you have any questions. A big thank you once again for all your support. I hope that you all are staying safe. Have a great day and see you next time.